to ranking N64 games.
Let's do it. Let's go. F across the board. You like that more?
F is for fabulous,
So
correct?
I threw in some, common and some.
Oh, I love
uncommon,
these
so-
choices. This is great. I am for this.
S.
Let's go.
What are you getting, Chris? A water? Oh, dang!
Oh,
must be-
dang, Ben.
Man, I'm so hungry right now.
Me too, dude.
Hungry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could
This
eat
is
it.
the last part. Let's do it.
All right, Mort, you're the guest. Pick a number between 1 and 10, and we're gonna rank some N64.
Gonna go 7.
games.
The number 7, please.
I can't count the.
Just grab anyone, dude. It almost doesn't matter anymore.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Killer Instinct Gold.
Mort, now let me say this with all love and respect. You are like me. You like to talk a lot. We got to get through like 20 of
quick.
these, so
I'll be quick.
go at a speed of normal.
Good,
Say yes, no.
good fighting game. One of the better fighting games on
Oh
the
wait,
system.
tell the audience what it is for audio.
This is Killer Instinct Gold. Good fighting game. One of the better fighting games on the system, but still not a game that I'm drawn to. I'm going to say a B.
B. Okay, B's not bad.
That was so fast.
Christoph, you didn't have to go that fast, Mort.
I just need to preface all of this that I am not an N64 guy. I've played a few of these, but a lot of these I have not.
Okay, okay.
We know that you drop N64 carts outside the store.
You can.
Get this garbage out of
Any
here.
ones you don't like, you can just say pass. If you don't
I mean, I played Killer Instinct Gold. So as far as fighting games go, man, subpar. I know people love this one, but obviously Mortal Kombat is the greatest fighting game of all time.
What is wrong with you?
I'm with you, Mort.
I would give this a C.
Okay.
We'll just go in line. I am going to go A. I absolutely love Killer Instinct Gold. Killer Instinct is one of the greatest, maybe the greatest fighting franchise in history. And the Super Nintendo one and 64 one are two of my favorite games.
Great. Wow.
Ricky?
A.
I'm going to stick it with a B. I do love it, but it's not at the
No, it's fine.
Top of the tier for me.
Solid.
It's
B.
not at the.
All right, let's do Mystical Ninja.
Oh, great
Okay.
choice.
Chris.
I'm going to pass. I've never played it. Pass.
Mortimus.
I'm gonna say an A. It's an A mainly not on the gameplay, but on just the absolutely bizarre tone of the game. It's a 3D platformer like Mario, but just with a lot of Japanese culture and lore and things around it that make it such an interesting experience. There's boss battles that are really unique. It's not the best game on the console by far. Gameplay wise, it is not perfect, but I just think it has so much charm. It's an A.
Mystical Ninja A. I'm going to go C. I do like some of the Goemon games. Bigger Super Nintendo guy with it, but it's kind of at a C for me.
Super Nintendo game is great.
It is, and great music too.
Yeah.
Ricky?
True. I'm going to keep it at a B where it's at right now.
You sons of guns. This is 2 B's in a row.
Just B's across the
That's probably the only time I've ever seen 2 B's like
All right, we'll go
flatline
into
back
the
to
one
back.
that's you already know.
Paper
Oh, Paper
Mario.
Mario.
Ricky, go ahead.
All right. I actually really love this game. I'm going to give it an A because it's pretty much Mario RPG for me. It was like the next level after Mario RPG.
So it is Mario RPG, technically a follow-up
yeah.
to it, in a way, a sequel. But I will say, because of that, it made me not like it as much because I loved Super Mario RPG so much more that it puts it at a C for me.
Dang.
Not
Going to a B.
going at a B. If Mort says B, I'm going to die laughing.
I have played this one. I actually really like it. I thought just the whole idea of the paper aspect of Mario was super cool.
Cute too.
Yeah, super cute, super cool. So I'm going to give it an A.
Let's
I liked
go.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say a B because it's got great.
Pull it back down.
Well,
Just a slight above.
Put
a
it
B.
up. Put
here
it
you go.
down.
Here you go. It's got great writing. It's genuinely really funny.
It is funny.
But I've never been so compelled to I'm like, I got to play Paper Mario. I almost put it as a C, to be honest, because I just felt like I've never been like, I need to keep playing the way through it. I don't like the battle system a lot. But I just think ultimately, if you're not having fun, I admit I can see why it's a great game and why people love it. For me personally, it's just not one of my favorites.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna say it's an A for me. So I know I'm not gonna vote, but I'm gonna at least get it above that.
Okay, Curtis brought it up a little bit.
You really care. You got some feelings.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, Banjo-Kazooie.
S tier, greatest platformer of all time.
All right, let's put it at
Not
F.
even. I'm sorry, I'm going first on this one. I made a whole episode around this. For me, there's an admitted emotional element to this game and how it ties into a part of my history. However, just as a game, the design, the characters, the way that it works, the fact that it's not super difficult, but also not super easy at the same time. It's so funny. It's so charming. It's rare at their very best as a 3D platformer. Donkey Kong 64 gets super into collectibles. Conquer is just not a very well-made game.
When does he breathe?
Banjo-Kazooie is an S tier game. I can talk all day.
Wait, we're doing conquest too?
I know.
Ricky, you're up.
You just upgraded this one, right? Or was that Rayman?
Huh?
Was that the cover with the reflective?
Rayman.
Oh,
I did,
okay.
yeah.
Lenticular. Ricky, you're up.
I actually don't like this game as much. I'm gonna drop it down to a C. I'm sorry, Mort.
Yeah, bring it to
Ooh,
a
get
B.
waxed, Banjo.
I think it's good. I just don't think it's.
Have you
best.
played the Xbox 360 version of it?
No, I did not.
It's great, and it solves the biggest problem, which is that the notes don't reset; they stay, which I think makes it such a
get
more
waxed,
fun
Banjo.
experience.
C for me too.
Yeah. Wow, you don't like it?
It's I remember a C's not that bad. It's just
Not
it's
bad,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A C's
Okay.
just like if my kid got a C.
I was going to give
nice.
Paper Mario a C, so I'm with that.
Yeah,
I get it.
I like it. It's not my favorite game of all time
How about
by
you,
any means.
Chris?
Only played it a couple times.
And what'd you think?
Average. C.
Get waxed more.
I'm fine with your wrong opinions. It's okay.
You know, that's the fun part about this. Like, who knew Paper Mario would be at top right
let
now?
me settle it like this. If you have sophisticated tastes, it's an S. If you're a peasant, it's lower than that. So there you go.
Earthworm Jim 3D.
Garb. E. It's a solid E.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I like I love Earthworm Jim. They're all the originals. But I've never been like in love with them like a lot of people are. And this one to me I found zero enjoyment. Even though I know I've watched Let's Plays and long plays of it. And just an E for me.
Earthworm Jim's like the earlier ones, the Genesis and the
Amazing.
Super Nintendo, unbelievable.
Yep.
I've absolutely loved them. They would be like A, S tier for me, but
this
I've actually never played this one, so I can't even comment.
More
I'm going to say a D. It's got a bad camera,
super bad camera,
and it's not very fun at times. I appreciate the humor. The level design is creative and inventive in some places, like just in terms of the aesthetic of it, and some of the things that you do is really fun. But ultimately, like it just is. There's so many better, and on a console that's loaded with great 3D platformers, you have to really do something to stand out, and this one doesn't. So for me, it's going to be a D.
Okay.
You think they just failed the mark on this?
Yeah, I think like if they could get a better camera, maybe make some of the mission objectives a little more fun, I think, it'd go up.
That's really the biggest issue with Nintendo 64 3D platformers in general. If you don't have good camera work, you're kind of hosed.
That's the era where you're going from 2D to 3D. So it's really like the N64 is like the middle schooler, high schooler of game consoles, where it's like, it's going from a boy to a man. You know what I mean? And so like there's something about this that there's growing pains that are there. I could go back and play this and have a fun time because I just have nostalgia for it.
So in that world, it's the kid whose voice is still cracking all over the place and he's getting acting.
That's the N64.
There you go. That's
and the GameCube's the self-assured teenager. There you go.
Ricky.
They should have left it as a 2D platformer. That's all. E.
Yeah, all right.
That's a good score.
Let's go on to one of my staples that I played as a kid.
Okay, Curtis, why don't you start? Star Wars Racer.
Star Wars Pod Racers, man. It's probably one of my favorite games. I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means, but I feel like nostalgia-wise, it holds me like there.
Yep.
I just remember getting on, man. Yes, the controller sucked, but the maps were awesome. I think flying each of those things, the pit droids and all that stuff it's lit. So I'm gonna say it's an A for me.
A. I'm gonna go B. I actually really like this game. It's a really fun game. I actually kind of forgot about it until you just brought it up.
Have you played the remaster of it that's on Switch and stuff?
No, but I used to love the ones at the arcades.
Well, one of my favorite things was
great.
when you pull up into the garage and you'd see Watto in there. And
Yeah.
say, hey,
What is it, Ricky?
Dude, that was perfect.
There it is. Ricky's got that one on lock. Mortimus?
I'm going to say a solid A. There are racers that I like more, but the speed on this game is excellent and the feeling of it is great.
Yep.
It's the best part of the whole Star Wars prequels was that part in the movie, and they translated it so well to a video game.
Hey, the Darth Maul fight. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's such a cheap game still. Like that's the one I wanna play on.
I think it's because it sold so many copies. But if you're gonna go to it for the first time, definitely play the remaster on the Switch, Xbox, and PS4. It's a great game. It's a solid A. I can't say S because there are racers that I like more, but
Got it.
I like racing game. There's one of the greatest racing games of all time. I don't see it on the list. Is Beetle Adventure Racing. That's an S tier game through and through. But
Christopher,
this is an A game.
I have played this one. We were actually playing this most recently at like our holiday Christmas party. We were playing it. So I'm the same way. I like a lot of other racers better than this. This would not be something I would probably pick up to play. I felt like I was lost in the desert half the time. It was kind of tough to like see your character, like what you're doing.
Like metaphorically? Kinda lost in a desert?
No, not metaphorically, like literally lost in the desert in this game. But it was okay. I would give it a solid C.
It'd be a great podcasting if you had a Star Wars podcast, Star Wars podcast racer. I had a hard time saying that. Star Wars podcast racer.
Vote it.
I'm gonna give it a B.
All right, it's probably going to just be roughly around a B. Thank
Yeah.
It's a solid score.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
It's just a weird scoreboard right now, by the way.
This is a weird score.
It kind of speaks to the N64. It's all pretty mid.
As S as it gets.
Liar. Star Wars Superman 64.
64 is S in terms of it is so bad that it is great. It is a horrible experience. It is so frustrating. It is so incompetently made. God bless the developers. I'm sure that I know that there are things that they were dealing with that they couldn't. I started, I'm not joking. I started a what's the thing where you can start your own petition?
GoFundMe.
No, not GoFundMe. Not Kickstarter. Oh gosh, what is it?
Petition me or something?
petition.
Sign
OnlyFans.
petition?
But I started one where to get Warner Brothers to remaster Superman 64. It is great. You know, change.org. I started change.org campaign to bring it back. And we have there are dozens of us that want this game remastered.
12.
Dozens of us.
Oh, nice. 14 people, huh? Well, so for Mort, it's like Cheetahman for us, Ricky. Like, it's so bad that he loves it.
Yeah.
I will say I just hate it. I tried to play it not recently,
It's
probably
a
5
terrible
years
game.
ago. I hated it on every
It's
aspect.
a terrible game.
F for me too.
Keep going down.
I hate those rings.
Keep going down.
Did you
Ricky's
put it
got
at a
that
solid
voice
S?
tonight.
You put F?
Got that
I put
voice.
it as an S as a joke. I mean, I would still, though, if you were to say, do you want to play Killer Instinct or Earthworm Jim or Superman? I would be like Superman, because you marvel at the badness of it. It's like an Ed Wood movie where it's just so poorly. Ed Wood is famous for making some of the worst movies of all time. Plan 9 from Outer Space. There's a great Tim Burton movie about his life starring Johnny Depp and Sarah Jessica Parker called Ed Wood, and it's an amazing movie, but I think it's like The Room.
You're up to 117 signatures.
117. Let's
Mort's
go.
got 117 signatures.
Watching
on
this
petition.
podcast, tell Warner Brothers there are dozens of us that want this game remastered.
You guys might make nothing. Chris?
I think I've only played it once. I know it's known for
Okay, so
notoriously
pass.
being horrible, but I think you guys already slammed it enough.
It was the worst thing I rented.
Also, somehow Earthworm Jim 3D is a little bit below it.
Yeah.
Wait, how's that possible?
Because Earthworm Jim is not so bad that it's good. That's why.
That's true.
Majora's Mask.
Anybody else?
I love Ocarina, but Majora's is a C for me.
Yeah.
I love Ocarina, but Majora's Mask was a C for me, and I don't know why.
I'm a B. Which is good. It's still
Yeah,
a
it's
great
still good.
game. Don't get me wrong. Still a good game.
It's still a good game.
It's
Really
not
good
as hype
game.
for me. I don't like anything where I feel like I'm being timed.
That's the reason why I didn't pick Zelda Ocarina of Time.
With video games, when I feel like I'm being
Ocarina's an
timed,
S. It's an easy
I
S.
wish you had picked out that one.
No,
I
the
love.
reason is because we all know it's an S. so-
everybody knows it's an S.
Yeah.
That's why. But I feel like with that, I just don't like games where I feel like there's a rush to it.
Yes.
And anytime I see it,
Time
Exactly.
I feel a
Too
time. I'm like,
stressful.
stop counting me. Let me play the game.
Yep.
So that's what ruins it for me.
Yeah, same for me. I love Ocarina. I think it was Borderlands that did that. Did you ever play that one where you're on like the moon and you're like running out of air
That's where Ricky
constantly?
lived.
Oh, it's a horrible game because it's just constantly timed.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like that either. So it was I'd give it a B.
It's like Ben
Still a
Sparks
Zelda
at
game.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
Just lose air, you run out of time.
Ben Sparks are the
There are a
deadliest.
couple.
He's cackling over
I
there.
hate the stress of the timer, but I think the art design is so striking. The moon above you the whole
So
time is
ugly
great.
and beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah. But there are also a lot of problems in this game about, the camera and about the swimming levels and stuff. So I'm going to say a B because it's a Zelda. Like
That's what I said.
an okay Zelda game is still a really good game for the most part. But there you go.
Okay. Here it is.
Pilot Wings 64.
Solid A. I love the Pilot Wing games. In fact, I want my change.org. I want Pilot Wings on Switch. I've said it before. Beautiful.
It's on Switch.
A new one.
Oh, okay.
Such funky, beautiful music too. I love that game. I know Ben's agreeing with me back there. He's a Pilot Wings guy, so A for me.
I'll jump in on this one because I have played this. And same thing. I was like blown away when I played this game. I was like, this is an awesome, super fun game. So if I have to have one, well, I can't give it an S tier because I'd give it an A as well.
Okay.
I think it was pretty darn good game.
Yeah, let's go. You can say damn on this one. Ricky?
Ricky?
It's an A for me too. It's a great game. I love
Oh,
it.
man.
All right. We're at
The highest grade. Oh, no.
All right.
Wow.
C, baby.
No!
Oh, you pulled it down.
I have never been compelled to play Pilot Wings. I probably just need to sit down with it more. I just haven't played it very much.
Probably,
But I got to be honest, I don't love it. I mean, it's fine. It's never been a game where I've been like, "Ooh, let's play Pilot Wings."
All right, man. Enjoy
But
the
so
last
far,
time
it's
on
our
the
highest
podcast.
rated N64 game. I have a feeling that's going to change soon. But
I think it will change soon.
Yeah.
Turok.
Ooh.
I would say the game's actually not that great of a game, but I have very strong nostalgia for it.
Yeah,
Like very childhood game.
wasn't this game like $79.99 when it first
I
came out?
think it was one of those absurdly expensive
In
games.
the 90s.
Yep.
That's like $200 today. I don't know.
I would say for the actual game, it's a C, but because of how much I played it and how much it was a thing at my house, I think I have to go B because we played the heck out of that game.
Yeah.
Mort?
I hated the respawning enemies so much in this game, and Turok 2 is one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. So I'm gonna say like a C for me, just because. I could do a B, but it's in that territory.
You could do a B, pervert.
Chris?
Got him.
Turok Dinosaur Hunter is one of my favorite comic books.
Oh.
I loved the comic book. It was so good.
So S tier.
But I never played the game.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd we go to him?
How much of a
never
fan
played it.
are you?
I actually can't believe. I mean, I believe it, but it's hard to believe that you were that big of a fan, but never tried.
You know, the thing was, is I was very into PlayStation 1 or 2. It was 2.
that's
I was
right.
a PlayStation guy at this point. I like switched off
Yeah,
after
that's
Super
right.
Nintendo,
Used
so I
Dino
missed all
Crisis.
these
No
games.
friends, I remember.
I was Dino Crisis. I was down in my basement playing a lot of
Dino
PlayStation
Crisis
1.
was
All right,
awesome.
at the
Ricky,
time.
how about you?
It's a solid B for me. It's true. It's more nostalgia than anything because it is.
So average.
It's a terrible.
Well, I mean,
It's true. The N64,
Yeah.
admittedly, is not the world's greatest console.
No.
There's
and that's
so many
kind of
problems
the
with
theme
it.
of what we're getting.
yeah. No,
Hold
I-
on, dang.
Oh, wait,
Here we go, here we go. Here we
No
go.
one knows where Star Fox 64. We'll start with Ricky and work our way down.
Yeah, go.
This is my favorite N64 game, possibly one of my favorite games of all time. This is S tier. It is so good. It's fast. You can finish it really fast, but
Yep.
dang, it is good. And there's like 3 different ways you can beat this thing, and it's awesome.
There's depth to it if you want to go
Yes.
depth. Absolutely S. It's one of the best games there is. It's one of the best, possibly the best N64 game, but definitely one of the best games I've ever played. Love it to death.
I'm
S.
in such agreement with all you guys.
You are too?
So far, yeah.
Okay, S
Oh,
as well.
no. Look at Chris's face. Look at Chris's face.
Great.
He hasn't played it. Skip him.
I always confuse this one with the Super NES
Yeah.
version.
Excuse
Super
me.
NES is the very
cheese.
polygonal, like.
Yeah.
But this was polygonal too, wasn't
Well,
it?
this
No,
is
this
this
is
is
3D.
voice, this is
This is
voices
great.
versus rubber.
yeah.
Okay, so I have played it then. Should I
That's
just
Wait
drag?
a minute,
Should I
you
just
haven't
drag your guys' score all the way down? I shouldn't even vote on it. I'll pass on it. But I have played it. I remember it being
Yes.
pretty good.
This is an S tier game all day. It is so. It is so good. Here's the thing that it achieves. It is not just a fun game to play once. You can replay it
Yes.
over
Yes.
and over again, and it is fun every time. I've been
Yes.
playing it on the Switch with the Pro controller is like a whole new experience. It is such a great game. It's so well designed. The multiple pathways, the different flight styles, the multiplayer, everything on it. SSS.
We're with
Art
you.
style
Nice.
too.
Yeah, the art style is great. It's great.
So good.
Last one.
Woo-hoo, hold. I'll just jump in. F-Zero X A. I love it. I think it's way better than. I'm not a big Super Nintendo F-Zero fan. I'm a fan, but this is better for me. A. F-Zero X is A.
F-Zero on Super Nintendo was pretty good.
It is good.
So
Good
I
music.
liked it. What was the one I was playing? What was the PlayStation one? Gravity something? What
Gravity
was it?
Rush?
Gravity Rush was pretty good.
No, that's
Wipeout.
not. That's not.
Wipeout.
Wipeout.
Yeah.
Gravity
Wipeout.
Rush is on the Vita.
See, I was
Gravity
playing
Rush is a Vita
Wipeout.
game.
Yeah.
And that's like an action game.
I never played this one. I was playing Wipeout. Thank you. They're similar though.
You should have been playing F-Zero X. It's a solid. It's a B for me only because there are other racing games again that I like more. Depending on the day, I could have played F-Zero or Star Wars Racer interchangeably. I think that it's the only game, one of the only games on the N64 that's actually 60 frames per second natively. And it's
Ooh.
also, there's like, I think like 30 racers on screen at a time,
That's
which is
awesome.
crazy. The design's great on it. It's a fun game, but it's also so difficult in places. If I'm not mistaking this with the GameCube one's like really difficult, but really like this game. Solid B.
Nice.
Ricky, did you vote?
No, I'm gonna give it a C. Actually, no. You know what? I shouldn't vote on it because I didn't play it enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it as is.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play it enough, so I'm not gonna.
Just quick. This isn't on the system, but just everyone give me a quick. Everyone always says Diddy Kong Racing is better than Mario Kart. I think Diddy Kong sucks.
I think Mario Kart's way better.
We can talk about it.
No, just it's not on the ranking, Mort. This is just a side conversation.
What?
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing is the world's greatest racing game.
Seriously?
No, do you want me to say it sucks?
No, I'm asking you what you think about it.
I think Diddy Kong Racing is fine.
Do you think it's better than Mario Kart?
I think it's way deeper than Mario Kart. But
is it better than Mario Kart?
But the course design in Mario Kart and the multiplayer in Mario Kart
Mort,
is better.
is it better than Mario Kart, you politician?
I think all games are created equally and with value and dignity. And if you vote for Mario Kart, you should like my answer. And Diddy, no, I think I slightly lean more towards Mario Kart though.
Okay.
Well,
think
you know,
Mickey Speedway.
we start with what was on the bottom and what finished on the top, right?
What was the bottom, Curtis?
Earthworm Jim 3D and Star Fox 64.
Superman, let's go! You did it.
It just edged it.
And
But,
number one was Star Fox 64?
Yeah,
Yeah,
S
good
tier.
answer. Good answer.
Curtis, hop in the frame to say
I know,
goodbye.
I know. And guys, if you guys haven't
Shit,
yet,
look at him.
please get your SoCal tickets right now. It's June 8th and June 9th. It's coming up sooner than you think.
Mort will be there too.
And
Mort
more,
will be there.
more will be here.
Thank you.
And then
I'm so
also, don't forget, Retro World is also coming up in August. Don't forget about that as well. I think it's what the
thank you.
dates.
Yeah, August 23rd.
We charge
to
for those spots,
25th.
bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, we love Chris and Mort. Thank you for
Thank
being here,
you.
man. As always,
Thank you for
So,
having me, you guys. This is awesome.
Long time coming.
Thank
So
you.
Yeah, subscribe. That's it.